Did you ever know about his business dealings on the East Coast after he had already was pretty successful in San Francisco?
No, no, don't know too much. But there's guys on my channel who do mention about him. I believe in one of the episodes.
Who had dealings with him?
I think it was Kenny Wong.
Kenny. Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know about that story with Kenny's dad that Peter talked about?
Yes, I do. Yeah. And based on everyone I spoke to, the interviews, Peter Chin didn't do it.
Yeah.
Definitely not him.
I feel like Peter, like the way that he comes across is he's very honest. So it's like if he did something, even if it was wrong, he'll admit to it. If he didn't do something and he gets credit for it, he still doesn't want the credit. Like he just wants the truth to be told. That's the way it comes across.
Exactly. Exactly. Just like the kid who was killed in Music Palace Theater. Believe his name was Spirit. Yeah, he was a Ghost Shadow member, a senior guy. They all thought it was Peter because he was wearing a bulletproof vest when he was in the movie theater, and he was shot by the Flying Dragons, I believe. And they were sitting behind him. He didn't know. And it was only like a week or a few days prior that Peter mentioned something out of coincidence that he said that doesn't matter whether you have a bulletproof vest on or not. A couple to the head will finish it, and then just so happened Spirit got killed with a couple to the head and wearing a bulletproof vest. So word on the street was like, okay, he did it. But, to this day, a lot of the people really thought he did it. Just like Onion Head. Onion Head thought that, Peter shot him because he had that reputation. There's two Peters, one Peter in the Flying Dragons who had that reputation, and the Peter in the Ghost Shadows. So you got Peter Eng in the Flying Dragon and Peter Chin in the Ghost Shadows who had the reputation at that time. So they all thought the shooters were either the Flying Dragons, Peter Eng, or Peter Chin in the Ghost Shadows.
Just so that we can give the people a more clear timeline, what years was it in specifically that the Ghost Shadows and the Flying Dragons were at the height of their war against each other?
I would say the time when Peter Chin saw Peter Eng right there by City Hall, and they were looking at each other eye to eye from across the street, and they were getting ready to pull the gun. They were debating on whether to pull the gun and shoot or not, but it was so crowded over there in City Hall, and that was the time when he was under the scientists. He was with the scientists. So you're talking about the 70s or the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, because that was the time when the scientists and Peter Eng killed the two Korean kids
Right,
in the bowling
KP, right?
alley. Yeah, so that was the height of the war. And then when the scientists died, when Fox came to power, Peter Chin requested to know who's taking over the Flying Dragons, who's going to be the new leader. And that's when they had a sit down, and Fox went over to talk to Peter, and they had a meeting at a restaurant, at a French restaurant.
So would you say that the war was really only existent for like probably like 5 years or something like that? Like,
Um, and then the war came back later on.
right. But I mean, like during that time, like at the height of it was like probably like 5 years or something.
Um, yeah, I would say around maybe less than that, because don't forget the Ghost Shadows just came into power like around 76.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can say that around there. Around there. So